Hey, everybody, and welcome to 30 Days of How to Be Successful with me, Jody Almond. We have reached our destination. We are on day 30. This is the last session that I'll be sharing with you here live on Facebook. But don't worry, stay with me till the end. I've got some exciting news for you. So, as we've been talking about in these sessions over the past 30 days, I have taught you concepts and precepts about not only how to discover your purpose, but how to develop your purpose. Then, how to watch for potential predators that are out to try to destroy your potential. We went on to talk about time management, really how you manage yourself and invest in the time you have versus spending the time you have and never getting anything back for it. Then we've began discussing these things I call mind fields, and we've talked about them for the last several days. And today, as we close, I want to talk to you about something maybe you've never thought about a lot and conceived. And so, again, my name is Jody Almond. If you're here for the first time, I am the founder and CEO of Solution Ministries, where I do life and business coaching. And I have worked not only with people in their personal lives to help them find success personally, but also in their business world to help them find success professionally. Outside of that, I also am a Amazon #1 best-selling author of the book called Going All In, Finding Success Through Surrender. And I taught some of the precepts from this book. I've taught it from over 20 years of being a pastor, and a lot of my teaching comes from a faith-based background. So I've taught from being a pastor for over the last 20 years and helping people find success in those areas of their life. And even this week, I've gotten feedback off of the book from people who are grabbing it, and I call them my Going All In tribe, and they are going all in. They're ready to take the plunge and find success in their life. And I hope you would be one of those. If you've not ordered the book yet, you can do that off Amazon, or you can do it off my website at solutionministries.com. And there you'll also find a ton of free resources that you can tap into. Once again, this is 30 Days of How to Be Successful. We are on day 30 with me, Jody Almond, and I cannot again express to you how grateful I am for the time I've had with you during this time of COVID-19 and the pandemic going around in our world and people being afraid, and being able to try to encourage you and help you find some success in your life during this season. Now, we have been discussing minefields, but today I want to move past the minefield scenario and I want to go a little deeper. And I want to talk to you today about three things really quickly that I think is important. We all know that we have a past, a present, and we'll all have a future. How we live our future, how we spend our future is really a lot up to us. And the reason I say that is because we have choices and we have decisions to make. And when we think about our past, I know my past, I made some bad decisions in every aspect of my life, personally, professionally, in every aspect I've made bad decisions. And I can't go back and change those things which I've done. In my present, I am not what I used to be, but I'm not yet what I want to be. I'm still looking forward to the future. If I can come from a faith base for one moment in this session, here's the thing. Paul, the apostle in the New Testament, said this. He said, I'm not what I used to be, basically. He said, I don't look at the things that are behind me, but I look forward, pressing toward the mark of the prize of the high calling of God. So in other words, God had a call and a purpose on Paul's life. He understood and discovered on the road to Damascus that individual, unique purpose for his life. Okay? And Paul, when he discovered that, he left behind being a Pharisee. He left behind being a persecutor of the Church of Christ. He left behind all those things and completely transformed his life. And he pressed, he pushed forward. He was drawn to this pulling of God toward his purpose. And I've told you in these sessions, I believe the same is true for you, my friend. I believe that God has a purpose for your life and that He wants you to discover that, to develop that, and to find ways to diversify that and make a difference in this world for not only His kingdom, but so that you can move past success and become significant to the people in your life and to this world. So when we talk about that, I want to talk to you tonight, and I want to jump in, and I want to talk to you about a couple of things tonight really quickly. Number one, I want to talk to you about how do you see yourself? Now, when I talk about how do you see yourself, what I'm asking you is, how do you see yourself now that you've been through some of this course? I believe, or some of this training. I believe that most people I've ever worked with find very quickly that they begin to view themselves differently. A lot of them have the mentality going in that they just are nothing, that they'll never be anything, that they'll never achieve anything of any worth, that their life is too far gone. They've made too many mistakes, too many errors. They're too old. They're too young. There's all these things, and we've dealt with a lot of these concepts. And my question is, how do you see yourself? Because how you see yourself is important. It's not, what I'm saying is, it's not about what I want you to look at and see presently in the mirror. I don't want you to look at old photographs and see what you saw in the past. I want you to ask, what do I see in myself now that I haven't seen before? What has God revealed through these sessions to me about myself so far that I didn't know already? And what you're going to find is, if you'll take a deep look at yourself past the mirror, the Bible says that we see in a mirror darkly and dimly now. If you've ever seen an antique mirror, it's very hard to really make out a lot of fine areas of your features. So in other words, I may see kind of a shadowy, glazed over look of my face, but I can't see it clearly. And it says there will come a day when we will see clearly. And I believe part of that is happening now in your life. You're getting clarity and you're seeing clearly. You're looking into not an old antique mirror from the past. You're looking into a mirror from the present, and you're seeing things about yourself. You're realizing things about yourself that you didn't know before. And now that you're realizing that you have great value and great worth, and that you're uniquely created, and that you're specifically created for a purpose with your Creator, and you're getting God partnered, you will begin to discover that your destiny is very much in reach. And so I want to encourage you to think about, how do I see myself? The second thing I want to share with you tonight is, what do you say about yourself? Not only how do you see yourself, but what do you say about yourself? Because this is so crucial, friend. The things you say about yourself has more impact than what others say about you. What do I mean by that? If you see my picture, you've got this girl and she's happy because she's got all these thought bubbles in her head and she's thinking of all the things she could say about herself. I didn't fill them in because I want you to fill in the blanks. Because I've talked with people and I have counseled people and coached people in their personal life and tried to help people. And what I found is, when they came to me, they were saying things like, I'm ugly, I'm nothing, I am a failure, I am this, I am that. Okay? By the time before we were done, they were changing and transforming their language about themselves. Their vernacular about themselves was victory instead of defeat now. You see, what you have to begin to understand is what you believe about yourself, what you say about yourself is imperative. If you're going to find success, you can't only see yourself, you have to say things about yourself. And say things that are true, but also say things that you desire, that are desires in your heart. Say things that you want to see happen. And why I say that is because there's something to the power of a spoken word. There's something to the power of your belief in yourself. Other people will not always believe in you, but you have to believe in yourself and believe in what you know is your purpose. And when you understand and believe what you know has been you've discovered is your is your divine purpose. Forgive me for my tongue tiedness, too many D's. When you discover what is your divine purpose, then you will be able to move forward in success. And that's what I desire for you. And so begin saying things over yourself. And the reason I say that is because words come from the heart. Again, from a faith base, there was a time when Jesus' disciples didn't wash their hands and they ate food. And the Pharisees were just upset about this. They were so bothered by the fact that they had eaten with dirty hands. And so Jesus spoke back to the Pharisees, the religious leaders, and this is what he said. He said, it's not what goes into the mouth that defiles the body. It's what comes out of the mouth, out of the tongue, off the lips, spoken, that defiles the body, because it comes from the heart and the intents of a person's heart. And so the reason I say that's because if you say these things about yourself, in Proverbs it says, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Now, lastly, it says that as a person thinks in their heart about themselves, that's what they become. So you need to change your thinking, you need to change your speaking, and you need to change how you see yourself. And once you begin doing that, if you begin seeing yourself and looking in the mirror and you don't see a failure anymore, and you begin to see a success, you may not be at the level of success you want to be at, but listen, celebrate the wins. What do you mean by that? What I mean by that is this. I mean, begin to celebrate the small wins you achieve in your life. If you've made progress, celebrate it. Rejoice over it. Be glad about it. Begin speaking, I'm not who I was. I'm not who they say I am. I am who he says I am. I will be what he wants me to be because I am going to partner with God and I am going to achieve everything I believe because now I have conceived what he says about me, what he sees in me. You understand what I'm saying? I hope so. I hope you're grasping this tonight. Now, let's jump into that third one, because that third one's the one I really want to settle in on with you. And it is, what do you sense? What do you sense about yourself? Now, I've talked about what do you see about yourself? How do you see yourself? What do you say about yourself? And where, if I will, I'll change the wording, where do you sense yourself going? Okay? Now, the reason I say that is because we have to be headed somewhere. There was a person who once said, if you are not headed anywhere, it doesn't matter what road you're on, it'll take you somewhere. And that is true, because if we're not having a destination in mind, I can just jump in the car and drive. But if I know where I'm going, then I'm going to be aimed and driving towards my destiny. And I want you to understand that once you begin to sense the direction you should be going, once you sense and discover your purpose, once you sense the development that is happening in your life, you want to realize that success is ahead. You want to understand that success is inevitable. Success is coming and nobody can stop it but you. And so I want you to understand and begin to sense in your spirit that success is ahead. Something we never think about a lot is that we have, I believe, the ability to speak things into existence in the future. The Bible says we're made into the image and likeness of God. God, in his likeness, stepped out on nothing and spoke things into existence. He says there's power in life and death in the tongue. So the reason I say that is we oftentimes, I believe, have the power and the ability to prophetically speak things into our future. Now, I'm not saying you can speak anything. I'm saying it has to be in alignment with his purpose for your life. I could sit here all day and speak and say, oh, I'm going to be the best singer in the world. I'm not talented in the area of singing. I'm not gifted in the area of singing. That was a dream of mine at one time, but it was my dream. It wasn't his dream. It wasn't his purpose. And once I got aligned with his purpose, I began to realize that if I would have followed my singing career, I would have probably been the people you laughed at on American Idol. All right. But here's the thing. I have began to realize, and I have realized over time, that my divine connection, my destiny is tied to my divine connection. My destiny is tied to my unique purpose, right? In discovering that. My destiny is tied to me developing that purpose. This is on me, folks. It's on me to do these things. And so tonight I want to encourage you to start sensing and speaking and seeing yourself as a success, not a failure, but as a success. Now, the reason I want you to do that is because I believe strongly that there are things that can come out of these sessions that you have taken that has already been very helpful to you. And I believe that there are things that God wants to do in your life. And so I want you to stay connected with me because I don't do everything I do on Facebook. I'm starting to branch into my YouTube platform. And I want to say, since I've went over to YouTube and been posting these sessions after I do them live, I'm starting to get great feedback from there. I'm getting remarks and comments over there, and this is brand new. I'm branching, I'm diversifying my success. And so in doing that, I'm finding that people are like, great content, keep sharing these. These are great. And so I'll be doing some stuff on YouTube, doing some stuff on Facebook, but I want you to be able to stay connected. So what I've done is I've put together a little slide here, and the easy way to do it is go to YouTube and in the search bar, type in The Solution, Jody Almond. You don't have to put the dashes, just put The Solution, Jody Almond. Now there's the actual address. All right. There's the actual address. And you can take a screenshot of that and copy and paste it. But the simple way to do it is The Solution, Jody Almond. And once you get there, subscribe to that channel and hit the little bells and all that stuff. And that way you'll get the notifications so you'll know when there's things coming new to The Solution, all right, on YouTube. And stay connected with me here on Facebook under where we're at right now, which is Jody Almond Going All In. And the reason I share that and the reason I want to conclude this session today a little early is because I have something that I want to share with you that's exciting for me. When I wrote the book, I felt led to develop a course that would accompany the book. Some of the sessions I've taught here are part of that course I've been developing. Originally, I planned on that course coming out in accompaniment with the book, consecutively with the book in January. But if I'm honest, I had put so much time and energy into the book, I did not have the course where I felt like it needed to be to sufficiently give you what I felt you deserved. And so I've been working hard on the course over the last few months. And every month I say, I'm going to do it the next month. I'm going to do it the next month. And the reason why is because I'm still have been working on it. And I still have been putting together the pieces so that when you go through this course, you not only really discover your purpose. It doesn't just have some video teachings in it. It's going to have also worksheets that is going to help you discover, develop. It's going to have all kinds of resources to help you identify who you are and really begin to hone in on who you truly are, not what the world has said you are, not even who you've said you are, not even what your parents have named you and declared you in life, but what your divine creator designed you for. Who am I? Right? And so you're going to discover yourself, and you're going to do that through multiple ways that I've not even shared in here. And so you're going to discover yourself. Then you're going to begin to determine some things and have your dreams laid out and begin to develop them and begin to diversify them. There's several things that are going to be included in this course. And let me just show it to you real quick. So what is this course? This course is called Gains Leaders, because you see there's two types of people in the world in categories of leaders and followers. You have leaders and you have followers, right? You're either a leader and you're leading people, or you're following other people. Now you can do both, and I do both, and everyone does both. There's always somebody you're following. We talked about this with mentorship. And there's always somebody you're following. But I believe you've been created to be a natural leader. And I believe that with the area of giftings that you have and in the area of your purpose, you can lead successfully. And so that's why I call it Gains Leaders. Now, Gains is an acronym or an acrostic, and it's for going all in now for success, right? So it's based off the book. If you remember, the book was called Going All In, right? Going All In, Finding Success Through Surrender. And so the book was called that. And so the course is Gains for Success. Now, if you've never been to my website, I want to share this with you really quickly today. Because on my website, as you can see right here on the right-hand side where my mouse is, right? You can see that on the right-hand side. What you get in this course, what you're going to get in this course is 52 faith-based life coaching video sessions, okay? You're going to get those 52 faith-based life coaching video sessions. You're going to get live one-on-one coaching. And when I say one-on-one, let me explain. I'm going to put you into a private Facebook group. That's this like-minded community down here. I'm going to put you into a private Facebook group that only members of Gains course, Gains leaders, have access to. Inside of that Facebook group, I will be doing twice a month, every other week, I will be doing a live coaching call. In that coaching call, you will be able to get on and ask a question about the area of the course that we're working in. Okay, so you'll have 2 weeks worth of content that you'll be working on, and you can say something like, "Hey Jody, I took this part of the course, and I have a question about this. Can you help me with it?" And I'm there to help you. Now, here's the catch: depending on how many people's in the group, depends on how much time I can spend with you. My goal is right now, I want to take 50 people in the first group, and the reason why is because I want to be able to give you the attention that you deserve to help you find success. And I've really prayed about it. And I feel like in the way that this is laid out and the way I've developed it, that I can give attention to 50 people successfully as you begin your journey. And then we'll add more people in going forward. But you'll get to be one of the first groups in this course. And I will say this, I'm planning on building this. You want to talk about speaking and sensing over your future. I'm planning on building this to the point that I'm going to build a team to help me with this. And it just may be that part of your purpose is to be part of my team and help coach other people in finding success. I don't know, but it could be. But there's 52 Gains study guides weekly. So not only are you going to get life coaching video sessions, but with every session, there's a study guide that'll go with it every week that'll help you to begin developing and discovering, as you discover, begin developing your purpose. You'll be a part of that Facebook community, which is a like-minded community. You'll have goal tracking and support. I'm going to be helping you with setting goals, with tracking, with vision boards, with those kinds of things to help you really focus in and hone in on doing what you need to do. There's going to be tools, tips, and techniques for success. Listen, folks, I'm giving you access to things that it has taken me years to discover, helping you to learn how to do things quickly and more efficiently, so you don't have to spend the hours upon hours and weeks and months and years researching it. I've researched it. I'm going to help you fast track in some of those areas. Not only that, I've got a resource where we can do the Bible together in a year. And so as we read through in this year, we'll be read the whole Bible in a year. Now, as you can see on the screen, if I added the value of that up, and I did that by comparison, if I added the value of that up, it would come up to over $3,000. It would be like $3,379, as you see right here, right? As you can see right in here, $3,379. But if you look, I'm not giving you a retail value because I want to help people. That's why I did these 30 days of success for free. And what I am doing is I'm offering it for a one-time price. If you want to pay once and be finished for the whole year, you can get it for $449. You're done. It's over with. Maybe you want to take your stimulus check and invest in yourself. I think that would be a wise decision to do something somehow that would truly invest in you and help you find greater success in your life. But here's the other side of it. Some people don't have $449, and especially during this time. And I grasp that. I completely understand that. There were times when I couldn't have afforded $449, no way, shape, or form. All right. I've been in them shoes. But here's the catch. You can do it for $39.99 a month. $39.99 a month. You can do a monthly. It's an automatic draft. It's going to come out of your account every month automatically, but it does it for 12 months. You say, okay, so I've got a year and I can learn. No, you're going to get lifetime access to this content. The only thing you will not have lifetime access to is the present. Let's say that it's a year from now, right now. It's next May, right? It's May 2021. You have lost your access to the coaching, all right? The personal coaching that I offer in the groups. You've lost your access to that. For a fee, you'll be able to carry that on. But for the year, you will have access to that. Once the year comes to an end, you lose that access, but everything else, the calls that you had access to and things like that from the past will be saved, and you can get access to those. All the videos are still there. All the teachings are still there. All the material's still there. The Bible reading plan is still there. Everything else is there for the rest of your life. So for $449 or $39 a month, can I tell you what that equals to, friend? That's less than an energy drink per day. You could energize your life. And I want to encourage you to seriously consider this. And if you are interested in being a part as the first group, and I've not even pitched this yet, I will be doing a webinar in the near future. You're some of the first to hear about this in this detail. And if you want to be one of the ones who gets in and gets on board with the Gains Leaders program, if you think this content I've given you is good and helpful, I promise you the content is going to surpass that 1,000,000 times over, because you're going to have the tools to actually begin implementing and actually activate the teachings in your life. And they'll become very attainable. And I promise you, in your personal life, you're going to find success in less than a month, because you're going to begin to know yourself better than you've ever known yourself before. And not only that, you're going to begin to discover your purpose. You're going to begin to develop your purpose. I'm going to be giving you teachings that wasn't included in here on a deeper scale to help you diversify your purpose. And then you're going to have all the tips, tools, and resources at your disposal so that you can now go in, and I'm going to be teaching you some things on how to use those tools to make the most out of what you're doing. And so I promise you, you do not want to let this slide by. For that kind of money, friend, I promise you it's something you want to jump in. You say, how do I do it? How do I get into this? Here's how you do it, all right? Here's how you do it. I'm going to show you. I'm screen sharing with you. So here's how you do it. You go to Solution Ministries, right? You go to solutionministries.com. You go to solutionministries.com. And when you get to solutionministries.com right here, okay, you're going to go in, and you can even type it in as you see it in the address bar, but it's easier just to go to solutionministries.com and then go to where it says work with me. Work with me. You click that tab, and you're going to just simply scroll down. You're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. You can read all this information if you want to. Are you stuck, struggling, settling, stranded, or secluded, right? And it goes in, it shows the book trailer from the book. It talks about what this program is going to help you do. It does say coming January 2020. I need to update that. But right here's where you want to go. Right here, okay? You want to go right in here, and you're going to see, if you want to scroll on down, you can, and you can see where I just showed you that information. And right under that information, okay, right under that information, what you're going to find is you're going to find Not sure what happened there. Sorry about that. I'm sorry my screen share is not working. There we go. So when you get down there, you're gonna scroll down. Let me scroll down again really quickly. You're gonna scroll down and you're gonna get down to this section right underneath where I was. And you're gonna see right here, right? You're gonna see right here where my mouse is, right underneath the full payment. You can click on that, or you can click on the monthly payment. Or you can do that just right up above that section, and you can click on the full or the monthly. And when you click those tabs, it's going to take you to PayPal, and you will pay through PayPal. And then once you pay through PayPal, what you'll find is you'll be redirected to another page where you'll register with your name, your full name, and your email address. And then you will get a confirmation. You will reconfirm that you did register, because I don't want any accidents, right? So you'll reconfirm that you registered and you've paid. And once you do that, you'll get an email very soon telling you how to get involved in the course. The course is going to come out in the first week to 2 weeks of May. I promise you that. I give you my word on that. I'm working on it. I was up till 3 o'clock this morning working on it, and I'm working on it hard because I want to give it to you. And so it's coming out very soon, and you'll get access to it, and you'll be ready to roll. And so then you'll have a year to develop your purpose. And what I believe is in less than a year, you're going to begin finding success in your personal as well as your professional life if you choose to go that route. Right? So this is for the housewife. This is for the husband. This is for the father. This is for the mother. This is for the manager. This is for the entrepreneur. This is for the pastor. This is for the church leader. This is for everybody. You can apply it to any area of life, and it's going to help you. So I hope you'll jump on with me. I hope you'll get into that. And I'd love to have you as being a part of the Gains Leaders Program. You're not going to find a deal like this with this content anywhere else that's going to be delivered to you on that scale. And if you know what you've gotten in these sessions, I always over deliver. I promise you, you're going to get great content in the sessions and great resources in the sessions and in the modules that we work through in the course. So I hope you'll consider that. If you want to be a part of that, listen, if you want to be a part of that, you can send me a private message, okay? Either through my personal or through this public page. Send me a private message, or you can send me a message at solutionministries@gmail.com, and you can send it there, and I'll reply to you. And if you need help with getting signed up, I'll be glad to help you. If you don't like PayPal, I can send you an invoice with recurring payments through Square. There's ways we can make this work so that you can feel comfortable and secure in what you're doing. But I'm excited to work with you further. I'm excited to take you on your journey to success where there's nothing but the future ahead. Remember, you got to see yourself, say to yourself, and sense and speak over yourself success. So until the next time we meet in Gains Leaders, have a great night and God bless. And I'm praying for your success.